Let's also get in our next query. It's been sent to us by Amita, who writes to us from Goa. She says she has a term plan of 11 lakhs, an accident cover of 4 lakhs, as well as a health cover of 10 lakh rupees. She's only 26 years old and earns about 15,000 rupees a month. So currently, she has assets worth $1,50,000 already and has 1,30,000 also in cash. I think we need to learn a lesson or two in how to save well. She needs a corpus of about 6 lakhs in cash when she's 40 years old. Harshvardhan, what's the advice for her? She seems to be overloaded on insurance. How can we advise her regarding investment now?
Well, Samara, if you look at her portfolio initially, I think she's doing reasonably well with an income of 15,000 per month and at an age of 26 years. She's included a term plan in her portfolio, though it is less, but nevertheless, 11 lakhs at least she has the cover. With regards to her savings, well, she clearly has 1,30,000 lying in her bank savings account. Well, this is certainly not a prudent practice to do. The least she could do is put it in a fixed deposit with the same bank in which she holds her account. Now, if you look at her query very specifically, she says that she needs money after 14 years from now, that is at her age of 40 years. So what she could also consider doing is putting this 1,30,000 into a balanced fund or into another hybrid fund in which there is more of debt and less of equity in case she does not she's not able to take risk. So overall, I would suggest that based on her risk profile, there is a possibility that she can park this money in a product which also has some bit of equity in it, so she gets that benefit of long-term equity investments. Well, for this we would need to understand her risk profile, so I would suggest that she could meet a financial planner specifically with this query and address this in detail with after having a discussion with him on a one-to-one basis.
Okay, well, that's the first personal finance query of the day solved. Let's get back to another stock query.
Alright, that's the advice. But up next, we have a query from Rahul, who's written to us from Mumbai. He says he wants to invest between 10 to 15,000 rupees a month in mutual funds. So he's looking to start an SIP. He's a first-time investor, and Harshvardhan, he's looking for some advice on how to allocate this SIP money into various funds.
Well, Sumera, what I could recommend for Rahul is that he create a portfolio keeping in mind an underlying allocation. What I mean by an underlying allocation is that whatever amount he wishes to invest into equity SIPs, he makes a particular percent, he allocates a particular amount for a particular sector, for a particular category. For instance, he could put 60% of whatever he wishes to invest into large caps, 30% into mid and small caps, and 10% he could put into in any of the sector funds or an international fund or thematic funds, whatever he's comfortable with. So in this way, he knows that the broader structure of his portfolio looks like 60, 30 and 10. Now he could divide, I'm assuming a 10,000 investment, he could divide this and split this money in the following manner. He could invest about 2,000 rupees in IDFC Nifty fund, 4,000 in ICICI Dynamic plan, 3,000 in HDFC Mid-Cap Opportunities Fund and 1,000 in Franklin India Feeder US Opportunities Fund. This is an international fund. The reason why I emphasized upon the underlying asset allocation, the underlying allocation into each market capitalization is that going further, if he's going to say probably 2 or 3 years down the line, he's going to review his portfolio. If a particular scheme is not performing, he would need to change that. Now change that into another scheme of the same category. You would not change the category. If a large cap, particular fund in a large cap is not performing well, he needs to stop that and invest into another fund of the large cap category, not of any other. So he maintains his portfolio allocation at 60, 30 and 10. So this is the way he could start off and go further with his investments.
Okay, well, that's the personal finance answer. Harshvardhan, thanks very much for that. Let's just glance at the equity markets before we take a break of it. But Krunal calls us from Valsad and he has a personal finance query. Krunal?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, आपका सवाल?
मैम मुझे 3,000 इन्वेस्ट करने हैं पर मंथ SIP, तो can you suggest which SIP?
Okay. Harshvardhan, 3,000 rupees in terms of an SIP per month. Can you, recommend Krunal some good funds in terms of, starting that SIP?
यस वेल कृणाल, आप जो इन्वेस्टमेंट करना चाहते हैं, आपने अपनी क्वेरी में ये भी लिखा था कि आपको 5 फंड्स का नाम चाहिए थे. तो वेल पहली बात कृणाल, अगर आप 3,000 रुपया निवेश कर रहे हैं हर महीने का, तो उसके लिए आपको 5 फंड्स की जरूरत नहीं है. आप कोई भी एक फंड में जब निवेश करते हैं, वो फंड में, वो स्कीम में लगभग 40 से 50 कंपनीज में ऑलरेडी निवेश होता है, तो आपका जो पैसा है वो उस प्रकार डिवाइड हो रहा है। जो स्कीम्स मैं आपको सजेस्ट कर सकता हूं, आप मैक्सिमम 2 स्कीम्स अपने पोर्टफोलियो में रखिए और उनके नाम है IDFC निफ्टी फंड, उसमें आप 1000 रुपया निवेश करें, और ICICI प्रू डायनामिक प्लान, इसमें 2000 रुपया। ये आपका जो डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का पर्पस है वो पूरा हो जाएगा और आप उसमें इस पर्पस से शुरू कर सकते हैं। आपका जो पोर्टफोलियो है वो आपको 3 साल बाद एक बार रिव्यू करना होगा, और फिर कोई चेंजेस करने की जरूरत पड़े तो आप करिए, नहीं तो आप कंटिन्यू कर सकते हैं।
All right, that's good advice. Harshvardhan and Kunal, thanks very much for joining in and advising all our viewers. With that, we have to wrap up on your stocks. Thanks for watching and do stay tuned. Closing bell will take up the last hour of trades.